Hey man, we about to get started just here in a second, man. I wanted to hop on it early and make sure I got this link out and posted up for everybody, man. And we're gonna get this thing rolling. So I appreciate you guys tapping in. Get ready. We're gonna have a great show.
We don't know.
You know what I mean? You see, I told you. I'm ready for this one. This topic I am ready for.
We don't always see the battles people deal with internally. Now listen to me. I know I get it. How I know my people? I've been around them my whole life. I can tell when my people ain't doing good. I've been there. I've been around. Yeah, you can say that. But let me tell you something, man. There are times when you can think you know what's going on, but you have no clue. And these are the moments we are going to talk about today. The invisible battle, the silent war, the battles we don't see. It's going to be a good one. Let's go ahead and go. Body language does tell you a lot. It does. But then again, a lot of people got a poker face. A lot of people have the ability to hide what they're really dealing with and still get out here and function while battling internally. And in that internal battle, they just might be losing. So never assume that you know people got it together. I've had many people I've served with, soldiers that I've served with, that I thought, man, bro got it together, sis got it together, man. They doing it up. Shoot, I wish I had the life they had, man. They got it. And come to find out, they really falling off. They really hurting. They were thinking, man, I wish I had the life he had. It's crazy. It's crazy how the world works. There are times, man, we think we know what's going on. I'm just here to tell you, it don't work that way, man. It really don't work that way. That's where we get in a lot of trouble at. A reason why I say that is because when we start speculating and guesstimating and thinking we know everything, that's when your family member or the person that you believe that you know so much takes that dive, takes that dip over that hump and fall off. None of us are psychics out here, right? None of us have this 1-800 number, call me, I'm gonna tell you if you got your life straight or not. It don't work that way. At one point in time back in the day, they used to have these hotlines. People would call, man, help me with this. Man, I'm dealing with this. I cannot tell my family. This is too embarrassing. This is struggling. I need some help. And all they was doing was burning their money away. Y'all know the lady I'm talking about. Oh, don't get out here acting funny like you don't want to tell your age. You remember the lady? Yeah. Miss Cleo. Had the fake Jamaican accent, you know, and she's out here telling people, I can tell you your future. Let me rub on my ball. Hey, I'm going to tell you, all these people was doing was blowing their money. There's battles that we face every day we don't talk about. You know I ain't telling no lies. No lies told right here. That's some battles you going through right now. You ain't told a soul about. Internally, you are just going head to head with yourself. And you just might be losing the battle. I told you on this channel, it's all for the survivors. It's only meant for those that was able to overcome adversities. And the best way to overcome adversity is facing yourself. And there's some steps, there are some tools, and there is some importance to this topic, because it just might help you today. Just the same way as I'm standing by these tracks right here, right? Check this out. Just like I'm standing by these tracks right here. You know how hunters and trackers can track animals and see where they're going. You can keep up with your people, but you don't know how that animal's feeling. You don't know what the animal's thinking. You may know the direction they're going, right? Physically. But you don't know what the animal's thinking or feeling. Same way with humans. Just because you've been around an individual all this time, I will reiterate this, man. You don't really know them. You know a little bit about them. You may know a little bit about their traits. But there's some things that you just don't know about a person. You got a brother or a sister or a parent, auntie, uncle, or cousin you've been around your whole life. Hell, you don't even know enough about them. I'm just saying. Hell, you think I'm lying? There's people that's been out here married umpteen years, 20, 30 plus years, and still don't know everything about their spouse. Hey, that's not a good or bad thing. I'm just saying. We don't know everything about each other. Well, what's your point inside? What's your point inside? You just always going off on me. Always, but what's your point inside? My point is, pay attention to this show, gather a little information, and learn something, like I had to do. I was that guy. Yeah. Inside was that guy. I was battling, dealing with things that I ain't want to tell nobody about. Hell, not gonna even lie to you, there's still things I'm battling with I ain't told nobody about. Why? Just not ready. And sometimes there are individuals out here that just are not ready. You'll do more damage forcing somebody to say what they're going through than actually helping them. Sometimes things take time. This side ain't looking down on nobody. I'm just giving you the way it's supposed to be. Straight, you know? No curveballs over here. No slow balls over here, buddy. You're getting it from the horse's mouth. Goddamn thoroughbred. All right, man. We almost back to the crib. But before we start this show, I need you guys to understand this, man. I know we all want to help people, want to show them the way, but sometimes we need to work on ourselves first. Even with me doing this show, I tell you guys, this is how I work on myself. This is how I express my thoughts, feelings, my mind, you know. And I'm not always right. I'm not. But I'm pretty much talking and referring to things that I have personally been through or I've seen people deal with, more so what I personally been through, right? Even as this sun shines down on me and these people pass by, man, sometimes we live so deep in our own worlds, we don't know how to share some of them dark moments, some of them dark times, you know? But I will say this, guys. You know, a good thing about being that individual that doesn't always share a lot about themselves, you end up winning the lottery. I wouldn't say a damn thing. Y'all ready for this show? Time to disappear. Hey, before I forget, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe and tap in with the Butterfly Collection, all right? It's readily available. Give it to your kids. Give it to a family member. Give it to somebody that don't really share their ideas and thoughts like we're going to talk about today. Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Battles we don't see. Let's go. Run that footage. No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm gonna share some of them stories with you on this channel.
Welcome back, guys. That's right, man. I'm just gonna tell you, I've been waiting for this one. I have been waiting for Tuesday, the silent war, battles we don't see. When I say I could talk about this topic, and a few of us that will be watching this tapping in can and shall and should talk about this topic, I promise you. Yeah, this one of them ones. This one of them ones, y'all. This one of them ones, y'all. And listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to share some things on here. I even got my screen prepared. Yeah. I got my screen prepared to share some things people talked about. And I know you want to see my beautiful face, right? I know you want to see the beautiful face. I'm going to go ahead and put it out here. I'm going to let you see it. Wow, there I go. All right, what's going on, Angel, man? Listen, I got some stuff that I'm going to share. And I didn't even know because I didn't even get to check today. But at the same time, we're going to share some things. And it's very important that we do this. And why would I want to talk about this topic right here? Bro, you always talking about topics that just always, listen, hold on. Whoa. Slow your roll. You came into this world. And over here, this show is for survivors. Yeah. And you want to survive today. You want to make it through the day. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone that may be dealing with some turmoil, that may be drowning in the abyss of pain they are seeking their way out of. Because trust me, we have all been there. You may not sure, you may not talk about it, but we have all been there. What's up, love, man? I see y'all got these colorful hearts. Y'all saw I sat on that butterfly chair for a reason, right? Yeah, because I was damn tired. I was tired. But at the same time, make sure y'all tap in with the Butterfly Collection, right? And she actually wrote up a blog about this, and we're going to share that. We're going to read a little bit of the blog. We're going to talk about a few things. I got my key points right here, so we can talk about those too. But I hope you guys are having an awesome and amazing day today. But I was kind of battling with some titles here, like, what should I name this? Now, through the week, I already have what we're going to talk about during the week. You know what I'm saying? I have what I got going. As you guys see it right there, I already have the titles of what we're going to roll through the week. But as I start reading and developing and studying a little bit more on the topics, it's like, you know what? I can shorten the title up, or I can make the title a little bit more effective. So today we're talking about battles we don't see. And with that being said, came up with the silent war, because it is a silent war. You know what I mean? This is not physical battles or physical ailments that people can just walk up and visually see that you have. These are them internal battles on that internal field where you are fighting hundreds of thousands of thoughts at one time, and they all got the same power. They look like you. Yeah, because you're fighting yourself, right? They know what you're good at. They know your moves and everything like that. It's like fighting your shadow. Every time you move, it moves with you. So with that being said, man, here's a couple of little titles I was coming up with. The Invisible Veteran Battles. That was kind of like, that's cool. But, there's other people that watch this show too. And then obviously I came up with the Silent War. Then Battles Within. And that one kind of felt like something Angel would say. Like that's because she's an awesome writer, right? So Battles Within, right? And then it was like, you know what? How about the unseen struggles? Because a lot of people don't get to see, people don't see the struggles. Some of us put this big facade on that life is so grandiose, and everything is great and gun-ho and nothing wrong with our life. Our lives are perfect. At least that's what most of us do when we show it up on Facebook and all these social media platforms. Life is perfect. Ain't no problems, man. Listen, life is great. You see I'm by this big-ass mountain out here. You see I'm over here by these animals and flamingos, and I'm over here swinging with the crystal clear water. You know how I go, right? But I am going to share something right here, and we're going to read this together, right? On July 10th, 2026, Angel wrote a blog, and she just messaged me this morning and said, hey, I wrote a blog about this. Like, you know what? Oh, bet. Guess what we finna do? We're finna read the blog while we on here. And then it's only right that I share these things, because it's what we doing. Boo out by y'all. The pain nobody sees. You know what? You know what's so funny, man? This is so like there's a connection me and Angel have, right? Like she did like this write-up, right? And this is some kind of assignment I had to work on and stuff. She was just like, here's a little template. And she wrote it up, right? And it was just like, damn, man, I'm going to perfect this thing. But it's kind of hard to perfect when the person just hitting you, boom, 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 boom. Damn, she's right about that. I do be putting too much on my plate. At the same time, I am a bit of a perfectionist. I do want, things to be absolutely right on time and all that type of jazz. I know. Sometimes people can read us, but at the same time, they don't know everything about us, right? But here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into this. And you haven't already, make sure you go to rawtruenovels.org and tap in. On July 10th, 2026, The Pain Nobody Sees, man. Listen, Miss Williams. There comes a point when the pain isn't just emotional anymore. It becomes physical. Not the kind of pain you can point to, and not the kind of people notice. It is the kind that follows you into every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, until you almost forget what it feels like to simply exist without carrying it. Some mornings, getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain. Didn't I just talk about the mountain? I did just talk about the mountain right there. Some nights, your mind refuses to be quiet. The world tells you to just think positive, as if healing were ever that simple. The invisible lifelines, their names people recognize. And she mentions a couple of names down here. Too many people, they're just names on a label. To someone else, there's the reason they were able to get dressed today. They're the reasons they made it to work. They're reasons they smiled at their children, the reason they answered the cell. Now, I don't be answering my phone, but listen, I get it. The reason they still here. Girl, she be going in, don't you? Y'all gotta read some of their blogs. Medication isn't a weakness. Sometimes it's survival. What depression really looks like. Depression doesn't always look like sadness. And that is true. We have this ability to kind of hide and cover up our emotions. And in the video earlier, I was talking about how we put this poker face on, and some of us have the ability to hide our pain by constantly working, building, and going forward. Yeah. I like what you're doing right here. Sometimes it looks like laughing in a room full of people while quietly wondering if anyone would notice if you disappeared. Sometimes it looks like answering every text with "I'm fine," because explaining the truth takes more energy than you have left. Sometimes it looks like overthinking every single conversation. Did they mean that? Were they laughing at me? Did I say too much? Should I apologize? Maybe they don't actually like me. Some of us be thinking that. Some of us be thinking that. Some of us be thinking that. Maybe everyone is just pretending. The brain becomes its own prison. Ooh, bar. Anxiety is exhausting. Not because we're scared of everything, but because your mind never stops preparing for things that may never happen. You replay conversations, create imagery, arguments, prepare for rejection, expect disappointment, carry guilt that doesn't belong to you, apologize for simply existing, and smiling anyway. Woo-wee. And look at the title she got right there. The Unseen Battle. Woo, not that we over here talking about the silent war. Man, yeah. She messaged me talking about those are the pills she takes for the anxiety, right? The unseen battle. The hardest part is that most people never see it. They only see someone who canceled plans, someone who got quiet, someone who seems distant, someone who sleeps too much or doesn't sleep at all, someone who stopped answering messages, someone they call different. And you know what? She absolutely right about that. They don't see the battle happening every second inside that person's mind. So before you judge someone, remember, you don't know what medication they took before leaving the house. You don't know how many tears they cried before work. You don't know how much strength it took just to make it through the day. Be careful with your words. Be patient with people. Be kind. Sometimes your kindness becomes someone else's reason to keep going. To anyone fighting right now, if this is you, please hear this. Are y'all listening? I hope y'all listening, right? You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not too much. You are fighting a battle that many people will never have to experience. Some days surviving is enough. Some days getting out of bed is a victory. Some days simply breathing is courage. Don't measure your healing against someone else's timeline. Just keep moving. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time. Mental health deserves the same compassion as physical health. Sometimes people don't need you to understand everything they're going through. They simply need you to say, listen to love them anyway. Because healing rarely happens through judgment. It happens through compassion. Be it a part of someone's healing. Woo! Woo! Y'all don't know how to do fire emojis on here. Make sure you guys tap in and lock in with Miss Williams. RawTrueNovels.org. Boy, she was hitting that thing on all cylinders, wasn't she? Woo! Woo! Wait, what's the girls do now? That I don't know if God's supposed to do that, but here you go. I'm straight. I'm good in my masculine. So we go. Bow, 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 bow. You know what? I'll do the finger snap for poetry. Hey, all right. Hey, yeah, that's mine. I claim that one. Yeah, you right. Say, yeah, I claim that one. Yeah. Listen now, on there, man, you can make sure you can go and read it yourself as well. And if you sat there and listened to me, you can go ahead and hit that like button, and you go ahead and drop in your comment like I'm doing right now. This was so deep and on topic for today's show. A girl good, ain't she? Woo! Give me chills right now. Hold on now. You might just start doing that. You might add the goddamn segment else. Listen, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put an inside speaks. Yeah. Good God. Yeah. Thank y'all. But make sure you guys tap in with Angel. Man, she hit that on the head, didn't she? Now, I'm not the best reader in the world, but Jesus, God, she be hitting with some points. And when you are connected to words and topics like this, and you have developed the ability to survive through depression, anxiety, PTSD, man, listen, let me tell you something. You a warrior each and every day you wake up. You may not feel that way. You may not see that, but I am telling you, woo, there are certain triggers that happen in between individuals like us and those that's watching, those that'll watch this later on. There are triggers that happen within our minds and our self-doubt, sometimes, and I don't speak for me, you know what I mean? Because you a little bit talking about me and that little write-ups, you were talking about me a little bit, right? I felt that way. Maybe you felt the same way. But yeah, we are in this space and we are in a matrix, and we're in this world like, hey man, you got to be doing this, and society say you got this. That's why a lot of us live on the outskirts of the world. So we're not so easily conforming to what society say we need to do. What a perfect parent is, right? What a perfect soldier is. What a perfect human being is, right? All these ideas and ideologies of how we're supposed to be in life. And these are the things we literally throw ourselves under the guillotine for. And that's why it's so good that when we are dealing with our anxiety, our depressions, our mental health issues, right, it makes us even more special as a being, because regular, average, everyday people, right, may not have to fight the internal wars that we fight on the daily. Y'all see how she put in there seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years? That whole timeline trajectory, y'all, is that she literally broke down how some of us feel every moment, every second of every day. Even when we get in rooms where we got a whole business meeting, even when we got in rooms where we're with family, and you should feel comfortable around family, but it don't always work that way, y'all. We doubt ourselves so much Not that we want to doubt ourselves, not that we want to second guess ourselves, but that's how we have been bred out here. It's how we've been trained. Every choice we make is a risk. Every risk we take, we want to reap the reward, but should we take the risk? And that is a battle that we all deal with, even if you do not have mental issues like us, right? And you somehow stumbled on this show. We all deal with that. Hell, when it comes to tying your goddamn shoes or what shoes you need to wear. And think about this. When you go in your damn closet and you look at all your clothes, you may have them spread out on the floor or put them in your dresser or all across the wall. You know, you just never know, right? And you just, I'm going to put that on today. But then it's like, no, I'm finna be over here with these people. Let me not do that. Let me put this on. And you don't even know that you're doing it, but you're doing it. You know what I mean? And you're doing it. That may be just on a low level, but it's the same thing when you come to eating. Hell, when it comes to what you're going to do for the day, that's why I say making a schedule helps, right? But let's go ahead and dive deep in this, man. You dropped them tears, but you about to have me over here teardropping. Y'all look, I got these shades on, these waterworks finna go. The girl can write. Jesus Christ. And not that I'm shocked about the writing. It's just like rawtruenovels.org. Tap in. Like, tap in, man. And you got something that you would like to reply to? Hell, reply, because hell. Jesus. Anyways, man, we're going to talk about some of these bullet points, examples that battles we don't see, right? And I'm going to name a few of them. If one of them or two of them may reach out to you, just let me know. PTSD triggers, right? Sudden flashbacks, emotional shutdowns that appear to be out of nowhere. That's me. Right? I have to put that one at the top. I have to talk about that one first, right? Silent anxiety, constantly scanning, fear of losing control, difficulties relaxing even in safe spaces. Damn it, that's me again, right? That may be some of y'all, right? Depression cycles, isolation, loss of purpose, feeling disconnected from civilian life. It turned me up over here. Identity conflictions. Woo! Don't get on it. Don't do it. Identity conflicts. Identity problems. That's the same. I'm just throwing little extras on top of that. Struggling between who they were in service and who they're expected to be now outside of service. That one goes for vets, right? Moral injuries. Guilt, shame, unresolved emotional wounds from dealing with problems in families and society. Yeah. Oh man, hyper. Had to do that. Hyper. Independence. I struggle with that one a lot. Refusing help. Feeling weak for needing support, carrying everything alone, guilty. That is me in a damn nutshell. Hello. This is why being in school for psychology is great for you. Yeah, I mean, because listen, man, y'all tearing me up over here. Y'all hitting me with the gut punches and giving me the judo chops in the neck. God damn. All right, I'm holding it together. Jesus, why did I talk about this? I was excited for this week, y'all. If y'all don't know, I was super excited for this week, but Jesus. I'm about three of them most. Especially a PTSD, silent anxiety, right? Depression cycle, a little bit, right? More so the hyper independence. And then one that I did not mention, but I did want to save a little down the way, but relationship strains, difficulty communicating emotions, shut down instead of opening up. Damn, that adds 4. So out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out of those 7 things, damn, and I hit 4. And I ain't gonna lie to you, and I really go a little deeper. We may have all had a little taste of those, right? And I'll go back over them again. PTSD triggers, silent anxiety, depression cycles, identity conflict, moral injury, relationship strain, and hyper independence. And I think in society, we deal a lot with hyper independence. Everybody wants to do things for themselves. I am big time guilty of that. I despise when someone comes around and say, well, bro, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. You wouldn't do this. And that gets, when you hear that just one time, that makes you say, you know what? F all you some, I'm going to show you got to do this myself. And that is not the way we should look at that. We should look at that as in, okay, but it was all right to get some help. As you guys know, I had to learn about school. Yeah. I had to sit my happy-go-lucky ass down. Yes, sir. I had to sit down, shut the hell up, and I don't even like the word humble. I had to witness and realize, hey, it's okay to receive help sometimes. But I do have a hard time with this a lot. And that kind of comes from the military as well. Although we do work in teams, but you got to have your own things together. Your gear got to be right. You know what I mean? Uniforms got to be right. Your plan of action for the day has got to be on point, because in military, things change all the time. You got to be able to adapt. And when you're in groups, everybody not able to adapt as fast as you are. So these are challenges that we deal with on a daily basis. As I do all the time, I also share a few people that you may know, right, that deal with some of these things. You may know these people, i.e. for once, right? Lady Gaga. Did you know Lady Gaga deals with PTSD? What? Have you ever heard any music? Publicly, she shared PTSD diagnosis after surviving trauma, explaining how flashback and anxiety have shaped her adult life. You didn't know that you didn't have to go serve, right, to deal with PTSD, right? PTSD is just not for veterans. I'm going to say that. Now, why I can say that? Because I've learned after being in some of these different places, there were other individuals in some of them rooms and some of those places I was at, they never served a day in their life. But they dealt with some serious trauma, replaying what happened to them as kids, replaying what happened to them as a loss of a lady I was in there with. She lost one of her kids. She just could not deal with it. And, things happen. And, I met an actual arsonist. You don't know what arsonist is, a person that likes to play with fire. I met some cutters. If you don't know what a cutter is, it's a person that likes to cut themselves over and over and over again to feel something. And that is normally the times when they really need some help. But it's hard to be a person in a place like that and telling somebody they need some help and you ain't here with me. What are you talking about? Yeah, that was me. Okay, anyways. All right, so Ryan Reynolds. You ever heard of Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds. He deals with lifelong anxiety, right? In two parts, himself battling with control. It's why when he goes and do these films and these movies, you think why he's so good at playing a Deadpool character. Yeah, he was actually in Blade Trilogy as well. Yeah. actors, movie stars, singers, man, they deal with the battle between the characters they play and who they are. Jim Carrey even said this. You might know who Jim Carrey is. He played in The Mask. He played as the Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and I may be shouting some older movies. Okay, y'all might know the movies. Sonic, you might know that one, Sonic, right? He says something very, very powerful. He has played so many roles. He's played so many characters. He has a hard time even explaining who he is today. And you'll think, man, this dude is on. He is winning, man. He's done all these movies, shows, TV shows, all these different things. How in the hell could he be dealing with these invisible battles, these silent wars. How can he be bad? He's got the best life in the world. What the hell? And this is where I say, we think people have it all good, and these are the battles we do not see. There is a actor I'm going to mention right now. He played as Mrs. Doubtfire. He played in Peter Pan. Just naming those two, you should already know who I'm talking about. If you do not know who I'm talking about, I suggest you go look it up. Go just look it up. Just take a moment and go look his name up, right? This man had dealt with all type of depression. And I'll say it again. Sometimes we get caught up in the headlines and the accolades and the wins, and we like, there's no way these people can be depressed. You get millions of dollars, awards on top of awards, right? Robin Williams, for those who don't know what it is. Awards on top of awards, wins after wins after wins. How could these individuals be in pain? I don't get it. I don't understand, right? Here, we mentioned this brother yesterday, right? The people's champ, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Listen, bro, why you mention him again? Did you not know he went in a deep, dark depression that he tends to kind of cover up at times, right? When he got a career-ending injury. Remember what I was talking about? He wanted to play in the NFL, didn't do well in NFL, then went to CFL and ended up getting cut. Injury. Couldn't get back right. Yeah. Oh, you know, I was about to get on Willie Will. Yeah, I was about to get jiggy with it. Yeah, we finna get jiggy with it. Yeah, we were gonna get on. There's no way I was gonna be able to talk about this and not speak on Will Smith. Man, if we really think about this, y'all, let's just put it out there. And I know a lot of y'all may not rock with Will Smith or whatever. Y'all may be Jada fans. Whatever. I'm going to say this, and I stand on this. It takes a strong individual to be ridiculed, embarrassed on a level that he has been on before the slap, y'all. See, y'all so caught up in the slap moment, right? That was him saying, you know what? I'm tired of y'all playing with me. I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. At least do it to somebody I know I can at least handle myself with. I get it. Sometimes you get tired of being pushed. He was the joke of hip hop for a while, although he was one of the first ones to receive a Grammy, although he was the first one to do some of the most amazing videos. You know what I mean? Summertime. You may not know, might be going too far. And if you have not watched the Will Smith Pole to Pole, I get it. I understand it. Hell, I'm out here in these woods walking these woodlines, walking these backcountry roads. Probably some people don't want me around, but that's my little trend and rendition of Pole to Pole. The escape. Man, got so much money, damn the money, man. I just want to find peace and happiness. I want to explore so much stuff that I haven't got to explore yet because I'm out here acting so much. I'm out here constantly on the road. I'm constantly doing this, constantly doing that. I ain't got time for me. And the reason why I'm going through all these depression and traumatic moments is because I lost myself. He talks about that in that Pole to Pole. It's on Netflix. Just definitely check it out. Definitely gonna learn some things. He's definitely doing some things that us folks may not do, right? But listen, I don't know brother from nothing. I don't know him from nothing, but I could tell you what it feels like to have so much weight on your shoulder, so much pressure on your back. And this kind of comes with people that have been placed in star roles. This happens with a lot of kids that become stars. Key and Peele. You know what I mean? What's the guy? Good Burger. You know what I mean? I just looked up that brother's story. Man, trusting people, thinking they're going to do you right. I did not know this dude was given a budget of $150. His mom trusted a guy that said he was this great accountant, know how to hold things down, and was screwing him over the whole time. That leads to a lot of depression. You know? But, woo! Selena Gomez. Maybe y'all know who Selena Gomez is. Anxiety and depression. You know what I mean? Mental health. She's created a whole she's become a big advocate for mental health. And you know, there's probably many others, man, that you probably have not heard about. We won't know about. And normally we find out about these things when people have passed on and been sent up a room when Jesus. I'm just making a joke about this thing, but seriously, we don't get to see some of these things, man. And it's so great that Angel is actually writing about it. That was powerful. And I get why she is splitting up. I get why you're doing that. You're splitting up the stuff from the children's stuff. Now, I understand it now. Splitting the stuff up from the children's stuff to more of the adult things, right? Now, children do deal with traumas and things like that. But I think adults may deal with it on a deeper and higher level. You haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share this with a friend or somebody that may need this information. Also, you can go tap in with Gems IT Publishing. You can go do that ASAP. Lock in with them. You're looking to build you a powerful network and lock in with individuals that are doing phenomenal things. He has a plug for you. Big shout out to the FREOS Mission Control, man. You're looking to do bookings and all that type of stuff on there, man, on the intake list. I am in there. That's right. Big shout out to the Primetime Network. What you guys are seeing right here will have an opportunity to be put on Roku TV. What? Yeah, and I started doing this out of depression, right? I've been doing this out of anxiety, out of my own mental health issues. And sometimes, like I said yesterday, and I mean this, sometimes you can turn your pain into fuel. You turn it into momentum. Sometimes you got to use your ailments, and we see this in social media a lot. Like, listen to me. Hold on. Let me not go too fast. In social media right now, you will notice, you can go down your timeline. I promise you probably ain't got to scroll that much, right? You can go down your timeline and you'll see people highlighting their children with ailments, maybe autism. You may see them highlighting their children with amputees or with cancer. Yeah. You see that a lot. You also see individuals highlighting themselves off of their ailments or their problems or the things they deal with. Matter of fact, their whole content world is surrounded by the ailments they have. Where outside people or normal people would look at things like, bro, how are you talking about your problem? Because that's the way they heal. They're using their pain to transition it into fuel for momentum to drive forward. I met a guy a minute ago, man. And his name is Nubs, and y'all probably see him all the time. He's shooting basketball with he don't have any arms. All he has is just the nubs now. And I met him, and I met one of the comedians that he was rocking with, and I met one of the artists that rock out with him. And it's just amazing how it's so amazing when you just come to terms with who you are and what you got going, and you accept it for this is what it is. This is how it goes. And guess what? I'm going to continue to roll this way. And I'm going to use it as a positive instead of a negative, right? Because it's easy to go to the negatives, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to come with excuses. But as we've seen here recently, the gentleman that literally had no arms and legs and over here taking people's lives, anything can be done. Anything is possible. So any excuse that you would like to throw out at anyone, it would behoove you to change your mindset. There are individuals out here doing amazing and phenomenal things with less physically, less mentally, less financially. And that's why we always talk about having discipline, having that need, that desire to win, even when you have the world up against you. you continue to battle forward. That's why this YouTube channel is made. Survivors, only warriors, only battle individuals will get what I am saying. Yeah, I make little jokes on here. Yeah, we kiki, haha, have a good time on here. But the thing is, man, when you get to read about other people's ailments and problems and how they're using it to overcome, when you get to see these powerful individuals that's at the top of the upper echelon, and they open up about the traumatic troubles they have and what they had to go through to get to where they at, it literally puts, I'm gonna say, well, for me, I only speak for me, it gives me a whole tunnel vision. Like, okay, boom, all these distractions, all this pain, all this frustration, all this hurt, all these distractions around me are not going to hinder me from attaining the things that I deserve, want, and shall get. You know, one of my favorite movies, it wasn't like the best creative movie out here, but one of my favorite movies is a movie called Biker Boys, right? Now, I got a lot of great movies, right? But it's at the point when the brothers are on the bike, right? And not the last race, but their first race. And he's on the bike, and you can see, he can see almost like, you know, what they say when life, you know, when you cheat death a couple of times, some of us have, when you cheat death and you kind of see a life flash before your eyes. Just imagine seeing your whole span of life in a tunnel. Right? And you can see all the stuff around, but you're so focused on moving forward and getting to the finish line. All you see is all that stuff clear out, and all you see is you passing the finish line, winning the race. It's one that was, as a kid watching, it was just like, wow, yeah. Or that's how we got to battle through life. Not that we all on motorcycles doing that, but you can still use that in life. You can use that daily, every day. And it's just that powerful. Reading about these individuals, going over some of these things, reading the blog that I just read over here, and then y'all just don't understand the power behind this, right? Let me not. I'm just like, yo, all right, okay, I get it, I see. I overstand. I see what bro is talking about. I see what sister's talking about. I see what Angel's talking about. I see what these individuals are showing me. And it's powerful. And it should motivate you. Read about these other people's life stories. Their accolades and stuff are great. Yes, read about those, tap into those, study those. Awesome. But also read about their life story. That's why I love watching documentaries, man. They will put you in your seat sometimes. Like, oh, damn, wait a minute. Ooh, I was just complaining about that. And look what this individual made it through. The silent battles, like I said, man, most of the times, these silent wars, these battles everybody don't get to see, the battles we don't get to see, we only find out about it when we dead and gone. When somebody has thrown us on somebody's shirt, when they carried us with 6 people down the lane and threw us in the pit, and you know what I mean. But just hear me out. And I know everybody don't like to read. I know everyone, bro. Reading is boring, bro. Reading is fundamental. Well, you might learn something about yourself and you ain't never know, right? All right, but with that being said, make sure you guys tap in and you look at this, man. Listen, I just want to share some amazing stuff with you guys. I gotta share some amazing stuff with you guys, right? Listen. This was dope. This electronic press kit Big G came up with, man, is dope. He's literally awesome. You know, me and Angel are always doing things for other people. And when people do stuff for you, you gotta show love to it. You know what I mean? So big shout out to Freeway Records LLC. Make sure you shout out to Galen Smith Sr., right? That's the brother Big G I'm talking about right there. You see all the contact information right there, right? And you see the press pitch right here, man. I'm talking about professional, right? Professional. Inside Speaks with Jonathan Shaw, military veteran point of view, is a compelling podcast that explores the reality of military service, life after combat, resilience, and personal transformation through honesty, heartfelt conversations. Jonathan Shaw shares powerful experience that inspire veterans, military families, and anyone overcoming life's toughest challenge. Man, did he not hit that on the head? Jesus. Every episode delivers insight, hope, and perspective, reminding listeners that true strength is not found in never falling. Woo, man. Man, you and Asia, y'all be writing some stuff, don't y'all? I ain't gonna lie, man. But finding the courage to rise again. Veteran voices, leadership, life experience, and community conversations from Inside Speaks. Man, he's got all the pictures on here, man. Bro is just on it. That's why I was telling y'all about the Roku thing where it says Inside Speaks. If it's a Roku hero screen, I mean, bro is just killing. Y'all see Taylor. Y'all see my Taylor right over there. And before, that was me over there with the cup drinking and everything. And just man, bro just got this thing up. Y'all see, my favorite fruit. My favorite fruit right now. Stop playing with my favorite fruit is, you know what I mean? Grapefruits, you know what I mean? But bro got this thing up and running. And man, I'm talking about you can get in here, download stuff and all. Oh God, it's just up, man. It's just dope. Super dope, man. I'm excited to be a part of it. I just wanted to show you guys some things that's going on. With that being said, continue to tap in, man. I appreciate y'all for locking in. And you know what we got coming up? I'm going to share what we got coming up for the week. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about what we got coming up for the week. Let me go ahead and share that with you guys. Boom. This week, man, this is what we got coming up. Today is Tuesday, right? We just talked about battles we don't see. Wednesday, breaking the cycle, breaking generational curses. This is what Angel and I are on. This is what we are pursuing, right? We are going to break these curses. And my parents, Angel's parents, man, they all have been driven. They all went to school. They all doing some things, you know what I'm saying? So we're on this mission to continue that phase, that cycle must be stopped. So we'll talk about a little bit about the breaking the generation curses, breaking the cycle. Thursday, we talk about rise and rebuild careers, reinventing your professional life. Yes, there are some individuals I will talk about in that segment for sure. And some of them you probably didn't even know about, right? This is why you got to research, you got to study. When you're doing these shows, I'm learning. Research, study, so your show will even be even more fire. Drop some gems people don't even know. Friday, we talk about victory after the fall, finding your way back to the top. And you see how all these shows, we start from zero, the battles we don't see, breaking the cycle, rise and rebuilding the career, and victory after the fall. You know what I mean? This is how this flows. There's a whole cycle going on here, right? I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. I have a new purpose in life. And it's to show you guys this content. Make sure you guys tap in. You can see right here. If you haven't tapped into those, man, you can tap into these. Routine builds confidence. Veteran businesses must know discipline over motivation, man. As we do each and every day, man. It is a great day to be alive. I encourage you guys to do more in life. You know what I mean? The battles we don't see, the silent wars, I encourage you guys to help somebody out here. But before you help somebody, make sure you help yourself. You need psychological help, mental help. There are programs, a system, visuals out here. There are systems out here. There's individuals that's been through maybe not the exact same thing you've been through, but they have a mindset and information that may be able to help you. There is nothing wrong going to get help. It behooves you to work on. Let's do some big words, right? To go seek the help, right? You know what I mean? They got programs out here where it can be where nobody even knows you're getting the help. But I'm telling you right now, you're not the only one out here. As you've seen and heard on this show, you end up running into and seeing this show later on. And you be like, damn, bro, I ain't the only one deal with this. And y'all go read those blogs Angel put up. You'll give you chills. Gave me chills right now. I got goosebumps on me right now. Yeah, gotta drink some water. I'm super proud of man, you know what I mean? And it's definitely different blogs from what she put on the children's website. That's for sure. Hey, all right, let's go. See, it feels good when you can be proud of your people. I'm proud of my lady. You know what I mean? She's keeping me going and keeping me locked in. And some of us really need that. And you haven't already, make sure you guys tap in with the Hourglass, the foundation. You can find it on rawtruenovels.org. Time doesn't stop. It doesn't wait. And it never gives anything back. These are facts. This is true, man. And we learn this each and every day. And these stories that she is creating and sharing with the world, you're going to learn some lessons from it. And maybe you might be dealing with some of the stories that she's creating. It may help you find a way to escape. And this is just the beginning. There's a full series. So make sure you guys tap in with her. I am super excited to see her do some of these shows, man. Like I told her, make sure you do Indie Talk Show first. And there's a lot of other shows I have sent her way. And I know individuals would love to hear her story and how she got this stuff rolling. I'm super proud of her. And I'm super proud of y'all. If nobody tells you they love you today, Inside loves you. I don't got to know you to show you no love. Let me say that one more again. I don't gotta know you to show you no love, right? I used to tell those kids when I be speaking at the schools and going to these different places, I would say that. How many people told they love you today? You know, almost every single time it may be one or two children they may say it. And everybody else in there quiet looking at me like, oh, wow, like, he taking it there? Yeah, I'm taking it there. You need to goddamn, did you tell yourself? Did you tell yourself today, did you love yourself? That's where it starts at. Because when you can love yourself, at least you got some foundation to walk on. You got that. So it's a problem with some of y'all teachers out here, man. Y'all so stuck on being mad about your little small check and you're forgetting about the mission at hand. You chose to be a teacher, not go get the bag. Most teachers, some of the greatest teachers out here that I've had, no, they didn't have a lot, but the effect they have put on us, even when I was growing up, live with you for life. And I went to Paul L. Dunbar. You know, if people don't know who Paul L. Dunbar is, he was an amazing poet, right? And that's an elementary school I went to in South Dallas, right? Then I went to L.V. Stockard Middle School in Oak Cliff. And I went to high school at Sunset High School. So I was around a lot of the essays, man. But I will say this. Yeah, I'm a Blaxican. Yeah, I'm a Blaxican. That means I work my ass off. I don't want a break. I'll get this work in. We're going to put this work in. Today, we're putting that work in. Today, as we do each and every day, I'm going to spend some time with Angel, watch us a movie, you know what I mean? And work on this homework, through some of this new reading that's coming up, get back working on this painting a little bit, and do what we do, man. It has been another amazing show. I appreciate everybody that continuously come back, tapping in. So much going on. Get ready, because around 3 o'clock on these different few days, we'll be having conversations with other veterans. I have been working on putting together this roundtable deal, but I just don't want to have all veterans. I need to have different individuals that's going to be able to be consistent, and they can make time to have these different hard conversations, right? It is what it is. I'm not here to be friendly. I am here to start the conversation, ignite the fire, so we all can shoot up to the stars, right? With that being said, man, you guys have an amazing day. Continue to tap in what we got going on over here. As I said, what we got coming up this week, we've got tomorrow, Breaking the Cycle. Thursday, Rise and Rebuild a Career. Friday, Victory After the Fall. Saturday and Sunday, you know, we talk about current events, hot topics, and I'll be out there hiking, creating content. On top of that, big shout out to SemiQuest, Quest Promotions. The event went well. I got some dope butt shaking content I've got to edit up later on. On top of that, All Around the World is about to be one of the biggest tracks out here. It will be released. I just got the master this morning. I just got to hear it. Wow. So you know he's gonna have a press run coming up, and he'll be doing some shows too. But listen, man, being a manager and still managing your life at the same time, creating things for yourself, it is a busy world. So make sure you guys schedule your appointments. Lock in with Big G, lock in with Angel. You're trying to get to me, or you're attempting to get to me. The best way to do that is to lock through Angel, and most likely go through email. Other than that, you're going to have a hard time catching your boy, because I do not be answering that phone. Although, I do want to get a new phone. That's not gonna make me answer me anymore. Just easy to do a little bit more content. It's your boy Inside Me. Had another great, exciting. I mean, listen, this is what I learned. I mean, y'all can't say one more thing. I know I can, man. I got a little bit more time. I just want to say this, man. I love doing this stuff. I love doing this. This became literally a part of my life. This became a part of my life, and I don't think it's going nowhere. We'll be consistent with this for quite some time. Quite some time. But it's been another great one, guys, and continue to stay motivated there. It's in you, not above you. And remember, 7 million is not enough.
No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm gonna share some of them stories with you on this channel.